Are you a breeder looking to showcase your show pigs? With a Walton Webcasting Show Pig Shoot, we are your go-to video service for capturing the full picture of your show pigs. We specialize in providing top quality video services for breeders like you. Our skilled video team comes directly to your operation. You talk the pigs, we capture the video. Whether it's baby pigs, boars, gilts, or sows, we ensure that their unique features will shine through. With the power of our website and social media, your professionally recorded videos are streamed live, allowing potential customers from all over the country to view and appreciate the quality of your show pigs. We handle the technicalities so you can focus on what you do best, raising exceptional livestock. To schedule your next show pig shoot, call Rhonda at 765-431-7367. Welcome to the ultimate show on the track. Today we celebrate our premier partners, the driving force behind the livestock industry across the nation. Get ready to witness the power of partnership as our premier partners take to the asphalt. Green light and they're off. On the track we have our first partner, Laird Premium Blend Genetics from premiumblendgenetics.com. Next up, it's Beck's Hybrids from beckshybrids.com. And here comes Showright from showright.com. Coming around, we have Brad Howe Ford from bhiford.com. Right behind them, it's Biozyme from biozymeinc.com. And here comes First Farmers Bank and Trust from ffbt.com. And rounding out the racers, it's Kennedy Ventures from kennedyventuresok.com. On the track and in the ring, it's all about collaboration and teamwork. Join us in honoring our premier partners because together they're the driving force of the livestock industry.
morning and welcome to the Jim Dorick Arena here at the Cattleman's Congress. We are excited to get started with another day here in the Jim Dorick Arena. Before we get started, if we could please have you all rise for our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the 5th Annual Cattlemen's Congress here in Oklahoma City. We are so proud to have each and every one of you here with us. We are getting started in Ring 1 with your welcoming to the ring your judge this morning, Miss Well, once again, we'd like to welcome you here to the Cattleman's Congress in Ring 2. We're going to get started with your Junior Brahman show. First class in the ring, we will be starting with showmanship. This is your senior showmanship class. We'd like to welcome your judge this morning in Ring 2, Miss Morgan Thomas of San Antonio, Texas.
Well, good morning. Over here in our Brahman ring, we get started with showmanship, and it really is an honor and a pleasure to be here and be asked to come and sort through your junior show here in Oklahoma City and sort the cattle, but more importantly, work with the kids. And I think we start off in a great way with senior showmanship. And those juniors and intermediates that are waiting to come into the ring, I really encourage you to watch these young people that are showing, watch the way they use the ring, their mechanics, and the way they get their animals exhibited. Showmanship is one of those things that's very important to me. It's very important to my family. And my grandmother used to always tell us that you can make a good calf look great and a great calf look average based purely on the way you exhibit it. And I believe in that wholeheartedly. It was banged into my sister's and I's head, and I believe that's what helped make us the showmen that we are. Start off with these 4 young ladies that I held over on the rail. I think all 4 of them do an excellent job. They're a little different in terms of their style. They're a little different in the way they use the ring, but I think all 4 of them exhibit their animals extremely well. A couple of nitpicky things for me. I think there's a fine line between using the ring to showcase your animal and overutilizing the ring. We have a big ring out here, not that many numbers, so you just need to be cognizant to not overkill it in terms of going directly to the wall. We need to have a little bit of speed. We need to have a little bit of get up and go when it comes to getting our calves around the ring, when it comes to getting them set and getting that look, especially in these major shows. You need to have them looking 12 o'clock at all times. Really good group of showmen. I'd have all 4 of these young ladies stick for me any day. Today we're going to use the young lady in the pink to be our champion senior showman. The young lady in the navy will be reserved. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations. Over in the Brahman ring, your champion senior showman was Bailey Malone, and reserve champion will go to Jennifer Mask. Back over in the Brangus ring, results out of our first
Immediate showman, the three I left on the rail rise up and rise up pretty quickly, in my opinion. The intensity is there, the mechanics are there, and take it down to the basics. They just get their cattle stopped and stuck just a little bit quicker than their counterparts that I went ahead and pull. You know, when we get to the basics of showmanship, a lot of it is working the ring and knowing where you are, knowing when to stay in line, knowing what starts that line, specifically when you come in and you go side by side. That animal that's the first in the ring sets the stage for where everybody else needs to be in line. So it's really important to know the mechanics. It's really important to keep everything flowing the way it needs to be. Love the intensity, love the knowledge about our animals. One takes it to a little bit higher level, one follows up very closely. Just need to be a little bit quicker in terms of getting her stopped and stuck. Young lady, you're going to go ahead and be our champion. Young man in the front will be reserve.
Well, congratulations in the intermediate division. Over here in your Brahman ring, champion intermediate showman is Emily Peterson, and reserve champion will be Teal Cronky. Now going to welcome in your final division. These are junior showmen. Well, congratulations in the Brangus Ring before division. First place go to back number 20,020. That's ACC Tipsy 25M3, exhibited by Catherine Allen. Second place will go to 20,019. That was Kenley File. Third place was exhibited by Jake Kasner. Fourth place will go to Leela Porter. And fifth place exhibited by Reagan Reeves. We're now going into division over here in the Brangus Ring.
And don't necessarily have the numbers, but I think the quality is definitely there. This is the future of the breed, and this right here is what it's all about. All three of these young people have a lot more trips around the ring, and with each trip they're going to improve and they're going to get better as they get more comfortable in the ring. They get more comfortable around their dance partner and the way they work together. I think all three do an exceptional job. All three are very well presented, very poised and knowledgeable about their animals. I think it's pretty self-explanatory in terms of which of these kiddos does a little bit of a better job of getting that animal stuck, making sure we have a good look of her at all times. Young man with the red heifer is going to go ahead and be first. Young lady with the gray will be second. Let's give them all a nice round of applause. We'll roll into our show.
Well, congratulations in our first division over here in your Brangus Show. Champion exhibited by back number 20,008. That's CCC ACC Starburst 674M14, exhibited by Clevy Allen. Reserve in that division was exhibited by back number 20,006. That's KK Miss Trina 157M3, exhibited by Allie Timon. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. We'll now go into your first division in your Red Brangus Show. First class in will be Class 1 Late Spring Heifer Calves, born April of 2024. Back over in the Brahman ring, results out of your final division of showmanship. Your champion junior showman was Bowen Vernon, and reserve champion was Harper Perkins. Well, over in the Brahman ring, we are going to get started with your red junior female show. First class in will be your first division as well. This is Class 3.
A nice way to start our red female show, and I know we don't necessarily have the numbers in terms of classes, but we're going to go ahead and try to work through these things efficiently, but still giving each kiddo the look that they deserve. Young lady's heifer that wins the class does so pretty quickly. She's just so much more comfortable in the way she sets down on her rear feet, on her rear too. She has more shape and dimension when you study her right there behind her shoulder. When she gets her stopped and stuck, she's still more elegant in the way she's designed from the side profile, like her quite a bit. Nothing to take away from the young lady's female that's going to go ahead and be second. Here's one that's just a bit greener in terms of her appearance. Want to crack her open off either ends of her skeleton, level her out of her hip, give her a little bit more shape and dimension up high, but still two high quality animals, two high quality kids. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations over in the Brahman ring. Your calf champion exhibited by Madison Parker. That's 3S Miss Pulled Reba 2. And reserve champion exhibited by Bryn Vernon. That's V6 Miss Roxanne Ray 038. Now welcome in your next class here in the red show. This will be Class 9. This is also your junior yearling division. Correction on that, we do have a Class 7 before we see Class 9 for the division.
A nice single entry over here in the red Brahman side of things. One that you really like her in terms of her moderation. You like her depth of body and her spring of rib. We just want to make her a little bit more feminine about her features. Want to give her a little bit more extension up front. Want to level her about in terms of her hip placement. Make her a little stouter at the ground, but still a nice brood type prospect for this young man. Will do a lot of well later on down the road. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations over here in the red Brangus ring. (7M). We then brought in Class 2. Out of Class 7, first place exhibited by Jack Lucky with Miss Chaparral 209. Now in the ring is Class 9 before the division.
A nice set of red Brahman heifers. We're going to go ahead and leave them as they stand. The young man's heifer up front is going to go ahead and lead off. Here's one that's just so much sounder when she gets out and goes. She's so much more comfortable in the way she uses those rear two. And once she gets him stopped and stuck, that silhouette's hard to beat. You love the shape and dimension she has up high, just purely in the way she gets out and goes. That's what gets her over the young man's heifer in second, who you like a lot about her in terms of her femininity. She's so refined about her features, and she gives you a nice look from the profile. She just needs to be more comfortable when she gets out and goes. She gets a bit too restricted off those rear two, wants to get outside of herself just a touch. But I like the length and extension and the femininity she has. Just needs to be a bit sounder when she gets out and goes. Let's give both of these gentlemen a nice round of applause. We'll roll into the division.
Well, congratulations over here in the Brahman ring. Results out of Class 9, first place exhibited by Bowen Vernon with Miss H.C. Kelly 221 over 4. And second place exhibited by Olivia Duncan with D.A.D.R. Lady Claudia 44 over 4. We'll now bring those first and seconds in. Select the champion reserve junior yearling. Well, congratulations back in the Brangus ring. Results out of Class 3. First place was exhibited by Lua Green with TX Miss Dream Forever.
Over here in the red female side of things, one that definitely differs in terms of their type and kind, and there's not two that necessarily match up. But I think there's two good functional type cattle that have some shape and dimension, and they look like a show heifer when you look at them from the side. We're going to go ahead and keep those two out of the second class together to be your champion and reserve in this division. Let's give them all three a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations in the Brahman ring. Your junior yearling champion was exhibited by Bowen Vernon with Miss H.C. Kelly, 221/4, and reserve champion exhibited by Olivia Duncan with DADR Lady Claudia, 44/4. Now start your next division. We'll bring in Class 12. Back over in the red Brangus ring, results out of your first division heifer calves. Your champion exhibited by Truett Marks with Miss MS Marley, 826 M2, and reserve champion, congratulations to Von Wilkerson with RBF Miss Francisco, 175M. Now in the ring will be Class 7 late fall junior heifers born November to December of 2023.
Young lady brings us a really nice single entry, one that definitely could have withstood some competition. You like this female a lot when she stopped and stuck. She's so refined about her features. She's long and extended up front and level in terms of her top line. When she gets out and goes, she's still comfortable enough in terms of her structure and the way she sets down on those feet and legs. You want to get nitpicky on her when you get behind the calf. She wants to funnel a little bit to the base of her skeleton, want to see her a bit wider at the ground, but still a high quality, feminine type female. Be nice to see how she lines up against the counterparts. Let's give this young lady a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations in Class 12, first place over here in the Brahman ring, exhibited by Bailey Malone. That's FC Miss LF 113/3. We'll now welcome in Class 13 before the division.
An interesting duo of red Brahman females that hit two completely opposite sides of the spectrum. I'm going to go ahead and side with the moderation and functionality of the young lady's Heifer to go ahead and lead off with. She's just so much more powerful when you step in behind her, has much more spring of rib when you study her up high. When she gets out and goes, she's a little bit more comfortable off those rear two, but with that, she does want to get her under herself just a touch, but I'll take that extra flex and give over a straighter calf. So we like that about her. We want to get nitpicky on her. She wants to toe out a bit up front, and I'm not a big fan of the way those feet are shaped up front, but still a functional type female. You like the brood cow power that she has. Nothing to take away from the young man's female that's going to go ahead and be second. You really like how prolific she is in terms of her design, her length and extension. But with that, she just needs more to her. Want to drop her down in terms of her flank. Want to give her a bit more shape and dimension. Just give her a bit more groceries. High quality heifer. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations over here in the Brahman ring. Results out of Class 13, first place exhibited by J.C. Schultz with Miss Moonshine Chief Cherokee, second place in that class. And congratulations to Olivia Duncan with Moreno Lady Real Smokin', 356/4. We now welcome in those first and seconds, selected champion reserve, senior yearling.
Move into our next division over here in the red female side of things, and you have two class winners that again are very different in terms of their type and kind. Place your priorities where you want. I think they're both extremely functional in the way they're designed. I think they have enough shape and dimension. One just does it with a little bit neater package, a little bit more fine about her features. Despite the fact that she really needs to get those feet trimmed, I think she's still correct in terms of her design. I read her angles to be good enough. The young lady in the pinks, female, is going to go ahead and be your division champion. Followed up with young lady out of class 2.
Well, congratulations back over in the Brangus ring. Results out of Class 7. First out of your senior yearling division. Champion was exhibited by Bailey Malone, and reserve champion exhibited by JC Schultz. Now in the ring is Class 18 to start our intermediate division.
Young lady brings us a nice single entry that doesn't necessarily want to cooperate with that young lady, but it's fine. I think here's one that is extremely broody in the way she's designed. She's bold, she's dimensional, she's deep-sided. You like the way when she does get stopped, she gives a good enough look from the side. You want to be nitpicky on her, need to clean her up in terms of her chest floor and maybe trim her up a bit in terms of her condition, but still an extremely high-quality female. Just want to trim her up a little bit and make her a little bit more comfortable off those rear two. But let's give them a nice round of applause. We'll see them later in the drive.
Well, congratulations in Class 18. First place exhibited by Olivia Vernon with Miss H.C. Schuyler 202 over 3. Now in the ring will be Class 19.
An extremely high quality single entry that definitely could have withstood some competition again. This is her best view. When she stopped and stuck, she gives such a nice, prolific, and refined look from the side. Love her length and extension. She's clean about her joints. She's long and level in terms of her top line. She gets out and goes. She's still plenty sound. Like this one quite a bit. We'll see her later in the drive.
Well, congratulations in Class 19. First place exhibited by Jennifer Mask with Miss H.C. Ginger 197 over 3. We're now going to welcome in Class 20 to complete the division.
Another really good single entry in the red Brahman show, one that's extremely unique in the way she's designed. She's feminine about her head, neck, and chest, and still strong right there when you study her behind her hump. When it gets to me, I want to redesign her a bit in terms of her hip structure, the way she handles those rear two. Need to crack her open at the ground just a bit, but that hip just needs to be a little bit straighter. Want to knock her down in terms of her pin set, but still extremely high quality, long, extended type female. Let's give this young man a nice round of applause. A really nice division lineup in the red Brahman ring. Three extremely high quality females that do technically resemble each other in terms of their type and kind. I think they're all very functional. They're long and extended when you study them up front. I think you can make a case to go a couple of different directions. For me, there's one that's a bit sounder, a bit more refined about her features, and gets out and go just a little bit better. Then we're going to follow her up with one that's extremely broody and bold and dimensional. She just needs to be trimmed up a little bit in terms of her chest floor, trimmed up a bit in terms of her condition. Let's give all three of these young ladies a nice round of applause. Young lady out of Class 2 is going to be your champion. We'll follow her up with the young lady out of Class 1 for reserve.
Well, congratulations over in the Brahman ring. Results out of your intermediate division. Champion exhibited by Jennifer Mask with Miss H.C. Ginger 197 over 3. And reserve champion exhibited by Olivia Vernon of Miss H.C. Schuyler 202 over 3. We're now going to welcome in Class 24. This will be the only class in our junior division. Back over to the Brangus ring. Results out of Class 8. First place exhibited by Logan
Brahman show. The young lady brings us a single entry, one that's extremely bold and dimensional when you study her. She's extremely deep-sided. She has enough dimension and shape when you study her right there behind her hump. I just want to maybe redesign her, make her a little bit more elegant in the way she's made up front. Want to lay that hump back just a bit more in terms of her shoulder, maybe make her a bit squarer when you study her behind, but still a nice, high-quality, broody type female that will do well for this young lady in the future. Let's give her a round of applause. We'll see her later in the division.
Well, congratulations over in the Brahman ring. Results out of your junior champion division. Champion was exhibited by Emily Peterson with EP Miss Laney 1 over 23. Now in the ring is your only class here in our senior division.
Another single entry in the red Brahman show. And the young lady's female, you like her when she's stopped and stuck. She's extremely level in terms of her top line. She's long and extended up front. It's when you study her at the ground that you want to change her up a bit. She wants to toe out a bit too much up front. When she gets out and goes, she gets a bit restricted off those rear two. Like to see her a bit stouter at the ground as well, but an extremely nice functional type female that has a lot of dimension and shape up high. Definitely a breeding piece for this young lady. Let's give her a nice round of applause. Getting closer to the end of our Red Brahman show. I think we have one more single entry after this, but here's an extremely high quality female that the young lady brings to us. One that just screams brood cow. She's extremely bold and functional in the way she's designed, but with that, she still is elegant enough in terms of the way she's designed up front. You want to get nitpicky on her. You know, there's a fine line between what's acceptable and what's a little bit too much in terms of condition. And I think she's kind of getting really close to that line. I'm not sure if she's quite there yet, but it's getting pretty dang close for my opinion. And I'm a big strict stickler when it comes to foot shape and the way they're designed at the ground. And when you look at this calf's front 2 feet, they just need to be squared up at the ground, make a little square on both ends of her skeleton. Let's give this young lady a nice round of applause. We'll see her later in the drive.
Well, congratulations. Your senior champion over here in the Brahman ring, exhibited by Mackenzie Willard. That's CT Miss Violet Rhino. We're now going to welcome in Class 35 to the Brahman ring. We did bring in Class 35, first place exhibited by Bailey Malone with PCC Wonder Woman 2/2. Now is Class 36 before the division.
A nice way to round out our Red Brahman show. Here's a female that's definitely in her working clothes. The young lady tells me that she's already done her job and weaned her first calf, and so I think that speaks volume to this young lady and her breeding program, because this female is still plenty good in terms of her condition. She's bold and dimensional when you study her up high, and she's still sound when she gets out and goes. She's a bit more rugged in terms of her design. Want to level her about her in terms of her hip placement and want to see her a bit wider at the ground, but still another extremely high quality female that's already been put into production. Let's give her a nice round of applause. These two young ladies get our last division of Red Brahman stopped, and I think they're two extremely high quality in their own right, and they're definitely different in terms of their design and their type. Place your priorities where you want. I'm just a bit more comfortable with the shape and dimension and brood cow power of the young ladies, female out of the first class. She's going to go ahead and be your division champion. We'll follow her up with the oldest female for reserve. Let's give them both a nice round of applause. We'll move into our champion drive.
Well, congratulations over here in the Brangus Ring. Your champion junior heifer exhibited by Madeline Eskew. That's GKB SQ Avon 302L. And reserve in that division exhibited by Georgia Carrasco with TCR Flora 302L14. We'll now go into your next division here in the Red Brangus Show. This will be Class 7 Late Fall Junior Heifers, born November to December of 23. Well, congratulations in Class 7, first place exhibited by Montesquieu with CLF Miss Fran 334L8. We'll now look to see your next class. This will be Class 8, early fall junior heifers, born September to October of 2023.
We come to the conclusion of our Red Brahman female show, an extremely high quality set of cattle, but more importantly, an extremely high quality set of kids. And so my hat's off to you exhibitors, your parents, and all of those behind the scenes that brought you here. It's really important to thank those that get you here, because without your parents or your support team getting you up here to Oklahoma City, paying for your entry fee and making that investment in your show cattle, you wouldn't be here. And they're not only investing in show cattle for you to exhibit and walk around in a circle, they're investing in your future. They're investing in raising you in the barn that's going to prepare you for what's to come in life. And I'm a true believer that there's no better place to be raised than in the show ring. If you look around you, yes, you have competitors, but more importantly, you're making connections and friendships that you're going to carry with you on to the next stage of your life. And so don't take your time for granted. Enjoy it. Yes, there's winners, and yes, there's those that go back to the barns a little disappointed, but it's one person's opinion one day. It's no stranger that I have been around the Brahman ring for a while. I know some of these kiddos that are walking into the ring, but I pride myself on trying to do the most ethical and with the utmost integrity of sorting these livestock. It doesn't matter who's on the halter. It doesn't matter what brand's on the hip. What matters is the type of livestock that are being exhibited, and we're going to pick the best two. So let's give all these kiddos a nice round of applause. I'll show you the two I like the best, and we'll roll on with the show.
Well, congratulations. Back over in ring 2, your grand champion, Red Brahman female in her junior show, exhibited by Jennifer Mask. That's Miss HC Ginger, 197/3. And reserve champion, and congratulations, goes to Bowen Vernon with Miss HC Kelly, 221/4. Once again, congratulations to those exhibitors. We will now go into your gray Brahman female show. Back over the Barangas ring.
Yeah, can't mess up the Red Bull show. Young lady brings us a good, high-quality single entry to consist of the Red Bull show. one that definitely could have withstood some competition. He's different. He's rugged in terms of his design. He's long and extended when you study him from the profile. He does have plenty of shape and dimension when you study him behind his shoulder. You want to get nitpicky on him. He gets a bit flatter when you study him behind, and he wants to flatten towards his lower third and stifle, but still a long, extended, sound-made type bull will do a lot of good for this young lady in the future. Let's give him a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations back over the Brahman ring. Your grand champion Red Brahman Bull exhibited by Bailey Malone. That's RMCC Sancho 10. Now going to get started with your Brahman female show. And congratulations back in the
Brahman Heifer show. Young man brings us an extremely refined and feminine type female that definitely has her best days before her. She's extremely green in the way she's presented, but when you read her in terms of her structure and her line, she's built correctly. She has all the right parts. It's just about giving her time and a feed bucket to see how she progresses. Let's give this young man a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations in our first class of Gray Brahmins. First place was exhibited by back number 3200. That's Aaron Watson with Miss H 63 over 4. We'll now welcome in class 2.
Another nice single entry in the Gray Brahman show. One again whose better days are definitely ahead of her. You like her for her femininity and her refinedness about her head, neck, and chest. When you study her in terms of her design and her structure, that's where I get a little bit concerned. She gets a bit straighter off either ends of her skeleton. Want to lay that tail head into her just a notch better, but still a high quality feminine type female. Will be interesting to see how she grows later on down the road. Let's give her a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations over in the Gray Brahman ring. First place in class 2 exhibited by Bryn Vernon with V6 Miss Texas Tornado 044. We'll now welcome in class 3 before the division. Back over in the Brangus ring,
females that definitely offer some sort and difference. Young man's red female is going to go ahead and lead off. Here's one that's extremely feminine. She's long and extended. She's strong when you study her right there behind her hump. Once he gets her stopped and stuck, she's still refined and prolific in the way she's designed. Set her into motion. She's sound enough when she gets out and goes, like her quite a bit. Follow up with the young lady's female to go ahead and be second. Here's one that's extremely broody in terms of her makeup. She's dimensional. She's stout when you study her from behind, but with that, she gets a bit rounder and coarser about her build, wants to get underneath herself just a touch, want to see her be a bit more elevated and extended when you study her up front. Young lady's dark pigmented female is going to go ahead and be third. Here's one, what you see is what you get. She's long and extended up front, but with that, she gets a bit tubular in terms of her design. Want to strengthen her right there in terms of her hip. Want to see her be a bit more dimensional behind her shoulder, but still a high quality female. Need to be a bit more comfortable when she gets out and goes. Round out the class with another greener appearing female. Here's one that has a lot of quality and will grow and be interesting to see how she grows and matures. She just needs to be a little bit more dimensional, needs to be more comfortable off those rear two. Let's give all of these individuals a nice round of applause. We'll roll into the calf division drive.
Well, congratulations over in the Brahman ring. Results out of Class 3. First place went to Ethan Alvarez with 79's Miss 2 over 24. Second place will go to Olivia Vernon with V6 Miss Jessie's Girl 037. Third place was exhibited by Bailey Ashley. And fourth place will go to Jack Lucky. We're now going to bring the first and seconds in. We'll select the champion reserve calf over here in the Brahman ring.
A nice division over here in the Great Brahman side. You know, one that definitely offered some sort once you got into those older females. I think when you stick to the fundamentals of functionality and rib shape and dimension while still being sound at the ground, I think there's no question in the way to go. We're going to keep the two out of the oldest class together to be your division champion in reserve, and we'll roll into the next class.
Well, congratulations over here in the Brahman ring. Results out of your calf division. Champion exhibited by Ethan Alvarez with 79's Miss 2 over 24. And reserve champion will go to Olivia Vernon. Now in the ring, this is Class 6 to start your next division. Back in the Brangus ring, results out of Class 13 Spring Senior Heifers.
females that are definitely on either end of the spectrum. We're going to go ahead and lean with the moderation and functionality of the young ladies female to lead off with. Here's one that's bold and dimensional when you study her right behind her shoulder. She's round and bold in terms of her center body. You want to get nitpicky on her. She gets rounder and coarser about her hip, wants to get underneath herself when she gets out and goes. But I'd rather have that extra flex when you compare her to the young man's female who's a bit straighter off either ends of her skeleton. She's cleaner and more refined about her features, and you like that about her. But when she gets out and goes, she just gets too restricted off either end, needs to be more comfortable when she gets out and goes. Let's give both of these young people a nice round of applause. Two high-quality individuals, two high-quality kids.
Well, congratulations in Class 6. First place exhibited by Michelle Cooper with Butler Little Debbie 437. Second place will go to Ethan Alvarez with BCC Lady Cora 283 over 4. We'll now welcome in Class 7 here in your junior yearling division.
We're going to keep it simple in the gray Brahman ring and leave them as they stand. The young man's female that's going to go ahead and lead off the class, one that's just extremely dimensional in the way she's designed. You love how functional and maternal she reads about her rib cage. She's stout when you step in behind her, and she's still sound when she gets out and goes. She's very comfortable on the way she uses those rear two, and you like a lot of things about her. Want to change her up a bit. She needs to be a bit stronger right there behind her hump. Want to clean her up a little bit in terms of her front 1/3, but an extremely functional, broody type female that you like a lot of things about. Will be interesting to see how she lines up in the drive. Follow up with the young lady's red tinged female. You like a lot of things about her. Once we get that female's top down, get that hip laid into her just a bit better, she looks a bit more elegant and long and extended from the side. But when she gets out and goes, that wants to get under herself just a touch, just needs to be more comfortable off both ends of her skeleton. Follow her up with the young lady's female that's going to go ahead and be third. Here's one that, again, is extremely green in terms of her appearance. She needs to be more bolder and more dimensional when you study her up high. When she gets out and goes, those rear two just get too far outside of her skeleton for me, but an extremely high-quality feminine type female, like a lot of things about. Let's give all of these individuals a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations in Class 7 over here in the Brahman ring. First place exhibited by Teal Cronky with Miss DSC 32 over 4. Second place and congratulations go to Maz Siddiqui with BRC playing with Fire 490. And third place went to Michelle Cooper with Butler's Laco 444. We'll now welcome in Class 9 before the division.
Another nice class of gray Brahman females. The young lady's darker pigmented heifer is going to go ahead and lead off. Once you get past the bobtail and just look for what she is, here's one that's extremely functional. You like the way she's designed up front, her smoothness in terms of her shoulder. Step in behind the cattle, and she's still stout enough when you study her up high and from the ground. Like her, a lot of things about her. When she gets out and goes, she's still comfortable in the way she uses both ends of her skeleton. We'll see how she lines up against the others in the drive. Nothing to take away from the young lady's female that's going to go ahead and be second. She's extremely maternal in the way she's designed. She has a lot of shape and dimension, but with that, she gets a bit more rugged in terms of her design. Like to see her a bit more feminine and refined about her head, neck, and chest, and be a bit squarer when you study her in terms of her pin placement, but still a high-quality female, high-quality kids. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations over here in the Brahman. Before the division. First place exhibited by Claire Townsend with M4 Miss Frostbite 41, and second place was exhibited by Harper Perkins. We'll now select a champion reserve junior yearling.
we get our junior yearling drive stopped, and I think we have 6 incredibly high quality females, but even more importantly, we have 6 better kids out here exhibiting. And I think the 3 on the front line resemble each other in terms of their type and kind. They're bold, they're dimensional, and they're sound at the ground. I think you can make an argument to go a couple of different directions. I think the decision between 1 and 2 gets pretty close. I think they're both extremely different in terms of the way they look from the side profile. One's a bit square and more dimensional up high, but wants to get a little bit sloppier when you study her out of her front 1/3. One's a bit more smoother and a bit neater and more refined about her features. We're going to use old Frostbite to be your division champion. We'll follow it up with the calf out of Class 2 for reserve.
Well, congratulations, your junior yearling champion over here in the Brahman ring, exhibited by Clara Townsend. That's M4 Miss Frostbite, 41, and reserve champion, exhibited by Teal Cronky with Miss DSC, 32/4. We'll now look to see Class 12 in your senior yearling division.
It's not a Brahman show without a little bit of excitement, so we'll go ahead and talk these three females relatively quickly. The young man's female is going to go ahead and start off with, here's one that's just so unique and dimensional in every way that she's designed. She's stout and big-footed at the ground, and you like that about her, and she carries that same stoutness and dimension when you study her up high behind her shoulder, step in behind the cattle, and she's definitely the stoutest heifer that we've seen all day. When you get her profile, she's still elegant in the way she's designed. I would like to see her a bit cleaner and more extended when you study her out of her front 1/3, but still an extremely dimensional, functional female that you like a lot of things about. We'll follow it up with the young lady's darker pigmented female to go ahead and be second. Here's one that's just the meat and potatoes type of heifer. She's bold, she's dimensional, she's sound enough when she gets out and goes. It's when you start looking for the extras that she falls a little bit short. I'd like to see her be a bit squarer and leveler in terms of her hip shape. I'd like to see a bit more extension and refinement when you study her out of her front 1/3, but still an extremely functional type female. The young lady's female that's going to go ahead and be third.
Well, congratulations back over in the Brangus ring. You're Class 12, first place exhibited by Drew Watson. Second place went to Emily Peterson, and third place to Bryn Vernon. Well, congratulations in Class 14 over here in the Brangus ring. First place exhibited by Von Wilkerson with VSC Miss. Well, congratulations, your champion in that final division of Red Brangus, exhibited by Elizabeth Brown. Reserve will go to Von Wilkerson. We'll now get started with your grand drive. We'll start with our Black Brangus. We're going to bring in all of those.
Leads off and does so pretty quickly. Here's the combination type female that's a bit harder to pick a hole in when you compare it to her counterparts down the class. She's long and extended up front. She's refined about her head, neck, and chest, and she's still strong in terms of her top line and square when you step in behind the cattle. Set her into motion. She's still sound when she gets out and goes. Want to be a bit picky on her? Like to lay that shoulder in just to touch up front to be a bit smoother, but still a high quality female that you like the look that she gives you from the side. I like the femininity and refinement of the young man's female that's going to go ahead and be second. I love the way she's designed up front. It's her back 1/3 that I want to change. She gets a bit rounder about her hip, gets underneath herself when she gets out and goes, but an extremely long, extended female you like a lot of things about. I like the dimension and power of the young lady's red tinged female that's going to go ahead and be third. It's her front 1/3 that just needs to be reconstructed, in my opinion. She pushes a bit too much forward in terms of the angle to her knee. Her shoulder needs to lay in a bit smoother as well, but a high quality, bold, dimensional type female that you like a lot of things about. The gray calf that's going to go ahead and come next, one that's extremely long and extended and feminine about her features, just needs to be a bit softer in terms of her skeleton, needs to be a bit more comfortable when she gets out and goes. The red tinged female coming next, one that's extremely tubular in the way she's designed. I'd like to see her cracked open off either ends of her skeleton, be a bit more softer in terms of her body cavity, but still a high quality female. We round out the class with an extremely broody, bold, and maternal type female, one that just needs to be better in terms of her structural design, needs to be stronger right there behind her hump and square in terms of her hip, but still a high quality maternal type female. Let's give all of these kiddos a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations in the Brahman ring results of Class 13. First place will go to Bailey Chico with M4 Miss Caramel Corn 32. Second place was exhibited by Levi Watson with M4 Miss Captain's Grace 33. Third place was exhibited by Laura Cooper. Fourth place will go to Maz Siddiqui. Fifth place exhibited by Teal Cronky. Sixth place, and congratulations to Harper Perkins. We're now welcoming in Class 14.
A single entry here in the gray show, one that definitely could have withstood some competition. You know, we talk about prolific and femininity, and I think this one punches that ticket. She's extremely unique in the way she's designed from the side. You like the way she's made up front and the look she gives you on the side profile. If you want to change her, she needs to be a bit more dimensional. I'd like to see her have a bit more shape up high, and when you step in behind her, she kind of wants to narrow to the base of her skeleton, but still a high quality, prolific type female that you like a lot of things about. Let's give her a nice round of applause. We'll see how she lines up against the others in the drive.
Well, congratulations. First place in Class 14, exhibited by Jennifer Mask with Miss V8, 916 over 9.
We're gonna bring you back in for the division, okay? And I'll talk her then, okay? So go. So just go right over there.
The other side of the ring, and just don't want to take up their time and really a lot of time this morning. So if you would, join me in a round of applause for these young people and their families and all that they've done this morning. Great job. Say what I have not made my decision. I have it down to two. I granted research, obviously. I want to walk back through one more section, and I'm going to go shake the hand of that individual for your name. I hope we're going to give a round of applause for them.
Well, congratulations over here in the Brangus ring, your champion junior female.
Then we talk about the young man's single entry from the last class that we didn't get a chance to visit about. Here's one that you like a lot of things about the way she's designed. You like the way she's so extended and lengthy in terms of her front 1/3. She's strong and level in terms of her top line. When she gets out and goes, she's still sound and comfortable off both ends of her skeleton. You want to get a bit nitpicky on her. I'd like to see her have a bit more depth of body and shape when you study her from behind, but still a high quality female that you like a lot of things about. When it comes down to a decision for this division, I think it comes down between 3 females, and there's no doubt that you can talk your way into doing a couple of different things, but I think all of these females are high quality, they're functional, and most importantly, they're sound at the ground. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and use the young lady out of Class 2 to be your division champion, followed up with the young lady out of Class 3 to be reserve. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations over here in the gray Brahman ring, your senior yearling champion, exhibited by Bailey Chico with M4 Miss Caramel Corn 32, and reserve champion was exhibited by Jennifer Mask with Miss V8 916 over 9. We'll now welcome in Class 18 to start the next division.
A nice single entry over on the gray Brahman show, one that's extremely functional in the way she's designed. You like her boldness and her dimension when you study her in terms of her rib shape, but with that, she also gets a bit rounder and coarser about her build. Want to smoothen her up in her shoulder, want to level her in terms of her hip shape. She gets out and goes, wants to get a bit underneath herself, but still a functional, bold, maternal type female that you like a lot of things about. Let's give them a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations over here in the Brahman. First place in Class 18, also your intermediate champion, exhibited by Maz Siddiqui. That's Miss Bar NB. We've got 2 single entries. We could bring both in to do division. And congratulations back over here in the Brangus ring.
In the gray female show in both single entries, the younger female that the young lady brings to us, one again is extremely maternal in the way she's designed. You like her in terms of her rib shape and her dimension, but with that she gets a little bit plainer in terms of her design. Like to see her longer and more extended and feminine about her features up front. Like to level her up in terms of her hip. Whenever she gets out and goes, that rounder hip makes her want to get underneath herself just a touch, and so I'd like to see her be a bit more secure in terms of her hoof placement when she gets out and goes. The older female, one that's extremely broody in terms of her type and kind. She's bold and dimensional and maternal, and you like that about her. She's stout when you study her at the ground, but when you step in behind the female, she gets a bit narrower in terms of her pin set, but still a nice functional type female that you like a lot of things about. We're going to go ahead and use the young man's female to be your division champion, follow her up with the young ladies for reserve. Let's give them both a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations over in the Brahman ring, your junior champion exhibited by Rush Herzog with HR Daisy May. Reserve champion will go to Taitlin Wood with V6 Lady Periwinkle. We're now going to welcome in Class 30. This will also be your senior division. Back over in the Ultra ring, we brought
Single entry over here in our senior division, and one that could definitely withstand some competition and will hold her own when we get her back in for the champion drive. You like a lot of fundamental things about this heifer. Once she gets stopped and stuck, she's unique in the way she's designed. She's long and extended. She's strong and level in terms of her top line, but she's still so powerful and dimensional, and when she gets out and goes, she handles all of that power and mass extremely well and comfortable around the ring. You want to get nitpicky on her, I'd like to clean her up in terms of her chest floor, maybe trim her up a bit in terms of her condition, but still an extremely high quality female. We'll see how she lines up against the others in the drive.
Well, congratulations back over here in the ultra black ring.
Female show with this single entry cow calf pair. You like the female for what she brings to the table in terms of her design and her structure and the way she's built from the ground up. If you want to get nitpicky on her, I think she needs to be more proportional in terms of her udder development. I'd like to see her be a bit better in terms of the way her hoofs, her feet are designed and the way she gets out and goes. But I think what's most impressive about this female and what we strive to do, we strive to outproduce the female. And I think she's done that with this bull calf beside her. I think he will be interesting to see grow and progress in terms of growing and being a show bull and later on a herd sire. Let's give them all a nice round of applause for a nice pair.
Well, congratulations over here in the Ultra Ring. Your Heifer Calf Champion exhibited by Parker Wilson with Rafter L, Miss LJ 157M2. And Reserve Champion, congratulations go to Camille Quibido with CN Miss Triple Crown 919M. We'll now welcome in your next class. We do have 3 single entry classes in the Brangus Ring for this division. If we do want to bring those in and go right into division, we can do. Back over in the Brahman ring, first place in your senior champion was exhibited by Jackson Crew, and your age senior champion exhibited by Providence Ezel. We're now going to bring in all of your division champion reserves and select a grand and reserve grand champion, Junior Gray Brahman.
We get our champion gray females drive lined up, and let's go ahead and give all of these kiddos a nice round of applause. I think we didn't necessarily have the volume in terms of numbers, but I think the quality is there. And when you look at this front line of divisions, I think you'll be able to see some quality, and I think you'll see some individuals that will be on the front lines once we get going into spring majors and down into summer shows. I think they're all extremely high quality. I think they're functional, and I think they're good at the ground, and I think that's the most important. I know we still have the gray bulls to go, but I do want to extend my gratitude and my thanks to the AJBA, the ABBA, and everyone here at Cattleman's Congress for having me out to sort through the Junior Brahman show today. This breed is one that I hold very close to my heart, one that I will always consider myself to be very proud to have been a part of for that brief period of time. And so be proud of the breed that you represent, and kudos to the crew here at Cattlemen's Congress for continuing to have a place for American cattle to be exhibited on this stage, because I think it's very important to understand the place in the industry that American cattle have, and being able to exhibit cattle in the same ring that a lot of the greats are being shown from other breeds is one that's very important. So I encourage breeders to continue making the trek here to Oklahoma City, and being able to exhibit here at one of the best shows in the country. And so my hat's off to everybody behind the scenes. Thank you for having me, and there's no doubt that I'm going to see a lot of these females here in the next couple weeks in San Antonio, and we look forward to it. So let's give them all a nice round of applause. I'll go show you the two I like the best, and we'll move into the bull show.
Exceptional presentation, love the skeletal design. You can make a great one out of that one for sure. The female here squared for me, she has the stoutness and power, maybe a little bit shorter and coarser up front for some folks. But I love the power, I love the stoutness. I think she brings a lot to the table from that standpoint. The female here on my left, she's a female that has tons of ability.
A high quality way to start off the Gray Bull show, one that's not necessarily wanting to be a show calf today, but that's okay. He's extremely rugged in terms of his design. You like the length and extension that he offers from the side, but with that, he just needs to be more dimensional. When you study him up high, like to make him a bit more secure in terms of his foot placement at the ground, needs to be leveler in terms of his hip, but an extremely functional, rugged type of herd sire prospect you like a lot of things about. Let's give this young lady a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations back over here in the Brahman ring. Your grand champion Brahman female was exhibited by Jackson Crew with BRC. Feeling good again, 323. And congratulations, your reserve grand champion exhibited by Bailey Chico with M4 Miss Carmacorn 32. We then got started with your gray Brahman bull show. Your first class in the ring was also your calf division. Champion exhibited by Harper Perkins with BDL Mr. Bruce Manso 2. Back over in the ultra ring,
A high quality single entry again in the Brahman side of things, one that definitely could have withstood some competition in his own right. At the standstill, you like the way this dude's designed. He's long and extended up front, but still masculine in the way he's designed when you study him out of his hip. He's strong and level right behind his hump and still bold and dimensional and has plenty of muscle. We'll see how he compares to the others when we get him out here for the champion drive, but an extremely well-designed bull. You love him at the standstill. Let's give this young man a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations back over in the Brahman ring. Your junior yearling bull champion exhibited by Ty Ritchie. That's M4 Captain Cold 40. We'll now welcome in class 53. This will also be your senior yearling division. Back over in the ultra ring, results out of your senior heifer.
A nice class of gray bulls. We're going to go ahead and use young man's gray bull to lead off with. Here's one that's just so much more dimensional and correct in terms of the way he's designed. You like him for his stoutness when you study him at the ground, and he works that same stoutness and squareness when you study him up high. One that's just more comfortable and flexible when he gets out and goes, like him quite a bit. Nothing to take away from the young lady's red bull that's going to go ahead and be second. Here's one that you like, his length and extension that he offers from the side, but with that, he just wants to run a bit downhill when you study him. He gets a bit weaker right there behind his hump, and he's just way too restricted off either ends of his skeleton to move up in this particular class, but still a high quality bull, two high quality kids. Let's give them all a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations over here in the ultra ring, your champion female. Your intermediate champion bull was exhibited by Jackson Crew with BRC 6-gun 328, and reserve champion went to Olivia Vernon with V6 Mr. Pickup Man 027. We're now welcoming class 65. This will also be your junior division.
A nice single entry here in the junior division, and one that definitely could have withstood some competition in his own right. Here's one that's just your basic hard to punch a hole in type of a calf. He's bold, he's heavy muscled, he's stout when you study him at the ground, and he's sound when he gets out and goes and handles all of that mass and dimension comfortably. If you want to get nitpicky on him, I'd like to clean him up in terms of his sheath and his navel, maybe clean him up a bit in terms of his chest floor, but he's still a high quality functional type of a bull you like a lot of things about. Let's give her a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations, junior champion bull exhibited by Emily Peterson. That's EP's Sir M.N. Navarro. We're now going to welcome in class 70. This will also be your senior champion before the grand drive.
A nice way to end our gray bull show. One extremely performance-driven type of a bull that you like a lot of things about. He's long, he's extended, he's strong in his top line, and when he gets stopped, he gives a nice silhouette from the side. You want to get a bit picky on him. He gets a bit flatter in terms of his dimension when you study him behind his shoulder. He's not the heaviest muscle dude that we've seen all day, but still an extremely long, extended type of a bull you like a lot of things about. We'll see how he lines up against the others in the drive. Let's give her a nice round of applause.
Well, congratulations, senior champion Brahman bull exhibited by Madison Parker. That's LWCC Mr. Superman 27. Well, we'll bring in all your division champions and reserves and select a grand and reserve grand champion, junior gray Brahman bull.
A nice way to round out our Brahman show. A great group of kids and a great group of livestock. My hat's off to all of those who brought these kiddos and the stock to Oklahoma City. Again, a great group. I think all of them are functional. I think when it gets down to it, the most important factors when you're sorting a bull show is they need to be sound at the ground, they need to be stout, they need to be heavy muscled, and they need to have a good look. But at the end of the day, it's those wheels that get them going, and it's the wheels that they'll pass on to the next generation. So let's give all of these kiddos a nice round of applause. I'll take one final look and I'll show you the two I like the best. Again, thank you, Val, Rodney, and everybody here that played a part in this today. Paul, thank you for all that you do for the ABBA. We're grateful to have you. Again, great show, and good luck to all of y'all in the open show tomorrow.
Well, congratulations. Your grand champion Gray Brahman bull exhibited by Ty Ritchie. That's M4, Captain Cold 40 of Gladewater, Texas. And congratulations, Reserve Grand Champion exhibited by Emily Peterson. That's EP Sir M and Navarro. Again, congratulations to all of our Junior Brahman exhibitors, and a special thank you to our judge today, Ms. Morgan Thomas of San Antonio, Texas.
At Frontier Embryo Center, where tradition meets innovation in cattle breeding and fertility services, we're more than just a cattle service. We're your partner in elevating your herd's genetics. Our 60-day pregnant recip program and 6-month wean calf program are designed to maximize your genetic potential. With premium recip cows that are always on hand, health tested and selected for their docile and maternal traits, we handle the hard work so you can focus on growing your operation.